Hello everyone, this is a Greyshot 117 here, hopefully with a voice that can stand up to an entire COH2 match and not kind of fall apart, which, if you don't know, I talk a lot in these, so it drains my voice, and I've lost my voice for literally half a week, which is why I haven't done live streams, so I just pray I can make it through one of these, because I've already done this replay twice, and every time I get a little further to the end, and then my voice just collapses, so hopefully this time, I can make it through. In any case, it's a 3v3. On Red Ball Express with Kuro, Wolfie, Luca, ASD, Kane, and Apro. Thank you. Skip this part if you don't want to know who submitted it. I believe it was Kuro for submitting this in, but I think his friend was Wolfie, and Wolfie sent it to Kuro, and Kuro sent it in, or it could be the other way around. In any case, these two are friends, and we have 2 Americans and Soviet as they're on the Allied team, 2 Vermont and an OKW, so it should be very interesting. Let's double check rank right now, and yeah, they're lower ranked. Double check the axis. And they have some higher ranked guys. This is probably the lowest person, but overall I'd say it's a pretty close game. Remember, rank doesn't matter in this game in terms of this scale, and you can say, oh, there is a ranking system. Cool, but I can't see it in this, so it doesn't matter. Rear echelon being pushed back by Sturms, which, once again, this is the 3rd time I've seen this exact motion, so hopefully I can get through this. In any case, Rifleman coming around, trying to help support. We'll see how all that does. And Red Ball, you have these lanes, which again, over here, if they can kind of push over and control this area, that could help them win the entire map. So we'll see what happens. We have an MG moving on up to help support, along with Pioneers decapping on the left. On the right. On the left, we have Apro, and right now he looks like MG spamming, really support spamming in general. That could work, to be completely honest. It could help them hold the line if the enemy doesn't use a bunch of smoke or doesn't flank. We'll see what happens. Right now, we have a Soviet player on this side. Looks like he's deploying some sniper teams to have penal troops. We'll see if that can push back the MG teams. Again, if the MG can easily knock out that sniper with one quick burst, no problem. If the sniper can conceal itself long enough to keep taking out the guys, he might have a chance. Rifleman pushing in, but once again, I feel like it's either going to help the right or the left. If I was the Rifleman, I would help push the left. Here's why. Right now, through this guy, can definitely see there are 2 different members, or 2 squad mates over there fighting for control of that fuel. If I really wanted to make sure that we had control of a fuel, I would circumvent the one side where I know there wouldn't be 2 players and try to knock them out, which would be this push. Right now, he has rear echelon on the right, but looks like his riflemen are pushing, or left, and riflemen are pushing right. Pioneer squads are going to try to hold them back. We do have, let's see, a mortar team stationed. Volk squad's pushing on up on these guys while they're in heavy cover behind a well. There's just more men with an MG that's just going to overwhelm them. So the Germans should have that. Riflemen holding out for the time being. Pioneer squad's just being picked off. Again, they're support units. They're not going to do well. And unless a mortar's going to come down and just one-shot this squad. See, you thought it was actually going to one-shot it. No, there's the one-shot for you. You're really not going to make it through. Yeah, mortars and artillery have been buffed up this game, and it does a pretty damn good job now at annihilating pretty much all the enemy around it. I'm not saying this is overpowered, but artillery is definitely more prevalent and deadlier in this game since the patch. Speaking of artillery, we have the Infantry Company, which has mortar, half-track, and priest open fire. And if you're pretty good with those, along with time on target, you can do some serious damage long range. The counterpoint to this is if you can break through the enemy lines. Except for the infantry getting the buffs, a lot of this stuff is just artillery fire, meaning if you can bust through the enemy lines, get to that artillery, it can't defend itself. You can easily one-shot it. But again, it'll be seeing if the Germans can actually do that. Right now, it looks like we have Grenadiers pushing up to push the sniper teams back. Engineer squad really not able to do all that much. They're just pulling back. They could return fire and take out 2 men. We'll see if they actually do that. Conscripts are also moving up, but most likely what they want to do is keep retreating and then have the conscripts move on up, probably open fire. They can lose a man, still be actually combat effective. So, there we go. Snipers now have a little bit of leeway so they can open fire. Knocked out 1 squad mate, and looks like that guy's going to have to retreat all the way back. Unfortunately, since he had to withdraw most of his line, the other German, Apro, managed to push up. He went with elite troops. This will allow him to get some armor that can go by enemy lines, maybe cause some havoc, get some upgrade infantry, smoke for vehicles for escape, and the Tiger Ace. But again, Tiger Ace is a risk reward. If you use it, Make sure, you have enough to supply your enemy. Or supply your forces. Because you're going to be cut from the 25-90 split. Nice mortar hit pushing back the engineer squad. Sniper team's opening fire. Unfortunately, in this game, if they do the next CH2 game they do, I hope they allow snipers to kind of coordinate on different units so they both don't auto-target one guy. Because you figure, since they're right next to each other and kind of communicating, they would be like, let's not hit that one guy, because that sucks. But that's just me. Looks like we have a flank going on with some riflemen, but I don't think that it's going to do well with these two troops moving in. Plus, we have mortar right here, which has so far been God mode. So, I think it'll decap it fine, but I don't think they're going to be able to hold this territory at all. They have a medical building, but unfortunately they don't have a retreat point yet because he has nothing else. They did have an influx in fuel, but right now, because the sniper's taking over, I don't think it's going to work. Oh, rifle grenade. But the snipers dodge out of the way. Very nice. Nice job dodging, because a lot of times people just leave it, go look at something else, and they come back like, what happened to my sniper team? Oh, I wonder what could have happened. See, there's my voice. You can already hear it starting to go. But I'm trying. Trying to keep on going. Anyway, Volk squads in mid, trying to capture some territory. Not a bad idea. Again, right now, the Axis are losing. The Allies currently have 2 command points, so yeah, they need to help turn this tide. It looks like what might happen is because the Allies were able to push up and actually still pushing pretty damn far. I'm assuming what this guy might do is kind of push mid with some of his forces, and he has a scout car to back it up. And it looks like he has more grenadiers to back himself up. I would actually probably upgrade these grenadiers as well with G43 rifles. The LMG's fine, but I would probably still do the Jäger infantry because it's just better for picking off infantry with low health, and I would rather get the kill rather than just have a better unit with more firepower. We have snipers on standby on the left-hand side. They're going to try to pick off some Volk squads. We have a nice rifle grenade going out, hitting the guy in cover. And most likely the Germans will still hold this key front. American infantry throwing a grenade. This could be amazing. And, oh, they got their own squad wipe. But unfortunately, we have the scout car moving on in to push back those snipers. Very nice job. They saw it coming, and they retreated immediately. No reason to be in that fight, because you know you're going to lose. Now, Luca went Recon Support Company, and this... Oh boy, this is an underrated doctrine, and personally one of my favorite now. Ace has been destroying enemies with this thing, with the cluster mines, but the Greyhound's a great light vehicle. The IR Pathfinders have an awesome artillery barrage ability that's very powerful. Very useful doctrine that can do a lot of damage. Actually, I think he just called in the No, he called in Decoy artillery. He could call normal artillery. But no, he's going to call in Decoy. And to be fair, they did pull back because they saw that, so that kind of had an effect. Unfortunately, I think this guy realized he's just been duped. So he's like, hey, wait a second. I love messing with people in this game, like your preconceived notion. Like, oh, what's a good example? Oh, a good example would be most people. When they look at TV, they usually look at a person's face, unless there's an infographic like John Oliver, where you look over at the brief image to see something, and then of course the person will cut away, and they'll come back to that person. Someone did. I love it. Someone actually did that, and they changed clothes constantly while like it kept switching in and out. So you saw the guy's face, and you saw a bit of their top of the shirt. Then you'd see them, and they would cut out to whatever they're talking about. It would come back, they would have a different shirt, and it would just keep repeating itself. And the test audience, including myself, had no idea what was going on, because it was like, why would that even affect? We were not paying attention to that. We were paying attention to, again, we were looking at the guy's face, the infographic he's putting in. We weren't paying attention to the background of the shirt or anything like that. Just stuff like that. Where it's taking something you see constantly, but changing it ever so slightly to be like, oh, wait, that's actually there. Well, in this case, it's, oh, okay, well, in this scenario, I should just follow my preconceived notion of falling back from this point, even though there's nothing there. I don't know. Kind of like that stuff. Stern Pioneers and Volk squads pushing on up. Germans doing a massive counterattack. MG, though, being flanked from upgraded riflemen in rear echelon. Very nice job. Unfortunately, the riflemen might be overwhelmed a bit. They are in some decent cover, but being flanked. MG being placed. Looks like we also have, wow, a lot of AT. Could be better placed. I feel like maybe just move it up to that car might be a better. Volk squad being pushed back. Stern Pioneers being flanked as well. Paratroopers being brought in. And I believe these are different because they don't have the Thompson. Yeah. They do get 2 bazookas. That's really nice. Or 2 LMGs. But this is 325 for 80 munitions. Bit different. But hey. If it works, it works. And right now that you could definitely use the paratroopers for some long-range combat. You have a nice front line over here. And also these beacons you can reinforce your paratroopers from. So you scatter them across the battlefield. And you have these guys drop on in to reinforce your guys. It's slower, sure. And they can be picked off while they're on the ground. But hey, if you're in a non-combat zone or anything, it's not bad to have your guys reinforced to help out on the front. Now, let's see how things go. Right now we have the Kuro on the left-hand side. He's still doing pretty well with the sniper. 12 kills. Respectable number. Unfortunately, the MG he tried to steal was murdered by the MGs. Let's see. Kane went special operations, so you can expect some nice infantry equipment along with a Panther. And then also we have Soviet Shock Army, which will bring up heavier infantry and artillery, plus some anti-infantry support runs via the Sturmovik strike. Nice heavy mortar coming in, doing some real damage to the Germans. Now, if he can get direct hit, I guarantee you that'll squad wipe his stuff. Scout car looks like he has a damaged engine, but being healed. I'm actually surprised he ran all the way back to base that far. You figure he would just go halfway and the Pioneers would meet him. Penal troops moving on up with an MG and retreating their remaining guys to get healed up. Not a bad idea. Not a bad find. Hey, at least you got the MG. Unfortunately, these bunkers are going to cause a lot of havoc in mid. Unfortunately, well, actually, was that AE? Oh, that was a decoy once again. I love that. Those guys are just trolling. But it pushed their entire line back. And that's actually helping a lot. Maybe not immensely, but if he keeps... You can also do the opposite, where the enemy will learn, oh, these things are fake, I don't have to worry. But because he keeps doing that over and over, when an actual one does drop, he's not going to move. And then artillery comes down and just squad wipes him. Now you can say, well, Greyshot, who would ever, by chance, who would ever do that? And it's not like you would know someone who would do that. His name is Ace. To put it in short, his name is Ace. Rifleman pushing on up, MG suppressing, but still going in for the flank, throwing a grenade maybe. These guys aren't as clustered, so I don't see it doing a ton of damage. But nice job, still got a kill. American forces pushing on in, and it looks like we have fuel caches going down from the Allies as well. Should help on the front. The Germans have started laying down fuel caches. They are more limited. The Americans and the Soviets can lay down caches, but the OKW player can't, so that's one less player. But whatever the case may be, it looks like the scout car is going to try to get a kill on the ambulance. Look, oh, nope, they got out of the ambulance. Scout car can't get the kill unless it directs fire. A T grenade goes out, and now they can reclaim that scout car for their own. Not bad. Not a bad steal. We have sniper teams going off behind enemy lines. We have conscripts lying in wait. MG trying to hold, but those snipers are just out of sight, and they can just keep using their advanced recon abilities to get sight and just keep pressing. Plus, you can also use conscripts so the MG can open fire on this guy. Sniper teams can move in, and then while they're busy, you know, not shooting at the snipers can easily pick off that MG team. Meanwhile, the Axis are doing a large attack. They are reinforcing the paratroopers, but unfortunately, even with the beacon, they're losing too many men because, again, they're dropping from the sky. So, yeah, you can easily shoot them. We have a mortar half-track rolling on in, but you can easily overwhelm them with a Panzerfaust 2. Germans, let's see, bringing up some mortars. Looks like additional MGs reinforcing. We have artillery from the Su-76 knocking out that bunker. Looks like nice shot. Grenadiers, though, pushing on in, overwhelming the 50 cal machine gun before it can be placed. Wow, just massacring that thing. They could steal it. I like the armor-piercing rounds of this 50 cal, but I don't think that's excuse me. Yeah, I was going to say that would cut the effectiveness of his assault. He could have captured that territory, no problem. And the Soviet player continues to move forward, so good job, Kuro. Looks like you got some 120 mortar buffs, so yeah, that mortar's going to be a little bit more of a pain. But let's see what was just deployed. So we have Recon going out from ASD, who went Elephant Tank Destroyer. So we have a heavy tank in terms of killing all targets, something that's good for specializing in vehicles but boosting other vehicles, and something truly specialized in killing vehicles with no infantry bonuses whatsoever, but really powerful killing infantry. So the Germans are pretty good. Nice mines, by the way, in case of a flank. At least you're preparing yourself and using a lot of those spare munitions that you have. You have like 290 or something, so good job on that part. Well, that was a minefield. That was a signal flare he didn't retreat from, and that paid for it because the cluster bomb, which does a ton against the infantry and lays mines, so that way future attacks, they still get hit by the mines if they don't detonate. So take note. Unfortunately, that Obelsodan is going to rip that rifleman to shreds. Nice rifle grenade, but you're risking that infantry. You're risking the biscuit. Looks like they're being pushed back pretty far. We have a scout car just trying to push back some Soviet troops somewhere. Oh, here they are. PTRS rifle guys and some conscripts going around the flank. I could see them trying to do a lot of damage, but we'll honestly have to see how effective that is. Conscripts just ripping that poor MG to shreds. And the Allies doing a fantastic job overall, having more resources than the Axis. So far, doing good. Now, they do need to capture this point if they want to win. But overall, they're doing a great job at just harassing the enemy lines. And going so far is that literally they're behind enemy lines. Unfortunately, this unit will probably die because, again, there's so few men that had any health at all. So if you have a ton of men and barely any health, they're all going to die really quick. Su-76 moving on up. Sniper teams could take this area over, but unfortunately Grenadiers are right there. Looks like APRO went from, hey, I'm going to support spam to, I'm going to get the best infantry possible. And yeah, you're going to want to run away. Running away is a good idea. Maybe have these guys use their artillery ability, which you have active. I know you have to worry about Panzerfausting, but you don't want the snipers to be lit up by the MGs because they'll be torn apart in seconds. Good job retreating. You do have an MG-42, stolen MG, by the way, but at least, hey, it'll suppress a lot of that infantry. So that's good. Artillery coming in, pushing back the enemy. Again, don't want to risk being hit by random shots. Allies, though, have complete control of mid, so all those sweet munitions are now going to go to them. And they can keep calling in special abilities, laying down mines, maybe a demo. Really low chance of a demo, but hey, it would be awesome. Anyway, it looks like the Axis are trying to gain control. We have an army size of 5864. So again, like really low 60s. Well, the Axis have an average of what, 50s-esque? Yeah, they have about an average at right about the same. They are laying down additional caches, but the Allies have them beat by far. So, with their fuel income, ammunition income, American player launching an assault, this is actually, in my opinion, a bad move. Because again, while you're launching an assault, oh wait, this could be good. This cluster bomb could be amazing. Oh, let's watch this. Come on, where are the clusters? There they are. Oh. Wait. There's the clusters. Oh. And they, oh man, you knocked out the engine? Did it really Is that temporary? Mobility damage. Oh, only temp. Most of the forces retreated. Something else got called down there. Do they have a Panzerwerfer? I think your Panzerwerfer killed... Yeah, they fired on some man. Like, what the fuck is with artillery that suppress your own guys? So, nice job on that fire, ASD. Maybe could have aimed that a little better. Panthers, MGs, do pretty good against infantry, but like I said, they're not amazing against infantry like a Tiger or a Panzer IV. They're fine. Though backed up by the Grenadiers, they're going to do a ton of damage. Su-76 trying to get some shots, but it is a light tank destroyer versus an advanced medium tank. It's gonna, while it does pen, it's not gonna do as much as like a Jackson or Sherman Firefly or an Su-85 would. So it does have that problem. Though on the left-hand side, looks like there's really no contention at all. Axis pretty much have that under their control. if I was the Axis, I would also play maybe a couple mines here and there, so they do launch a large assault. You can delay them or stop armor movements, because right now I see a lot of armor movements coming in to overwhelm the enemy. But we'll see what happens. Panther being deployed and trying to find a weak spot, maybe even going after a sniper. SU up to 76 though, letting him have it. We have some type of recon going out from the German ASD player, if I believe correctly. Yep. Most likely trying to find a Stuka. No, he doesn't have Stuka Bomb unlocked yet. So what is he? Maybe he's just trying to identify key targets. Oh my god, I love the fact Wolfie has a stolen scout car. That's hilarious. If I put this here, how many people are going to be like, oh, so it's a multiplayer game, or like it's a goddamn what's it called? A public game or something like that, where you can pick whatever you want. It's not going to be a multiplayer game. But nope, it is. It truly is. Nice artillery, knocked out the Verkenwerfer. Scout car just wrecking havoc. Also, nice spot for the mortar carriage, because this thing can fire over obstacles and it misses a lot. But when it does hit, it typically gets a nice hit. This thing needs to heal, so you have to worry about that. Although artillery-wise, it looks like Wolfie is leading the charge. Luca, however, fortunately needs to get some armor out. And if I was him, probably a Sherman. I'm trying to think now. A Sherman or a Jackson, one of the two. Looks like Wolfie's getting himself a Jackson. Luca hasn't really deployed any armor, even though he has more than enough fuel for it. And Kuro has gotten himself an SU-76, most likely to hold the line. Oh, I'm sorry, and we have a Sherman medium take, so yeah, he's a little bit of everything. Nice job, and with the SU-76 backing up as well, can keep the distance and keep the fight going. We're going to try to take that thing out, but I think that might be a mistake. That thing has great front armor, and if you keep trying to chase it head on, it's not going to work out all that well. Mortar carriage causing some havoc for the Grenadiers, along with BPSH equipped conscripts, pushing them back with close range weapons, and now you just gave an MG42, which increased their effectiveness long range. Oh boy, the Germans. Oh man, you guys are just dropping so many weapons for the, because we have gotten machine guns, scout cars, light machine guns. Hell, if you give them any more armor, I'm just gonna just call this Axis supply lines or something like something in terms of just giving the Allies all the supplies needed, because that's what it is. Axis Lend-Lease. I don't know. We have flares going out, but I'm assuming he thinks it's fake. Is it fake? Nope, it's not fake. It's definitely not fake. It just didn't hit the target, and yeah, could have done it. It could have been a lot better, in my opinion. It could have done a lot more damage. Jackson getting a nice shot on the Brumbar, and the Brumbar's like, wait, what? But that being said, he gets a nice shot on the Rifleman. Panther getting a nice hit on the right and pushing up mid, but AT gun's still there. We have additional flares going out, and that's the cluster bomb. If they can hold that spot, cluster bombs will come down, and maybe they can place it behind. Oh, yep, they got him on the retreat. Oh, come on. Never mind. Wait, did he just Stuka his own men? I'm dying. Holy shit. Okay, fun fact. Hit Stuka bomb targets at parts that are immobile, that can't be moved, that allow the enemy a hard time to react. Where the enemy is charging, not enemy, where your allies are charging and will be maybe not the best spot. Actually, hold on, I think I also messed up on the clusters. Oh, and will detonate on impact. I thought they didn't. Okay, maybe I'm completely wrong with that. I thought they would drop, but I guess they don't. Maybe I'm thinking of another ability from the campaign. I swear I thought there was an ability where you can drop mines. But, and, oh, you know what? That was, you know what? It was probably Vielson, because that's where I've been seeing him, or playing with Ace the most. So that he probably just placed on the area and they retreated and ran to the mines, which I correlated with that. So my bad on that regard. Sniper teams, though, not bad at all. They've gotten 41 kills respectively. Katusha on standby. Just waiting. Let's see. Scout car just lying in wait. Just not moving. Nice Brumbar hit, keeping them off mid. So it looks like now it's going to be a contention for mid. And it's going to be whoever can kill more enemies, forces, going for that midpoint. That's what it's going to turn into. Nothing wrong with that, but if we're going for an RD war, the Allies are more in line to win that war than the Axis. Though, the Axis have enough recon and Stuka bombs that they can counteract a lot of the priests and howitzers that the Allies could technically make. So, it can go back and forth. We have flares going out. We have some type of... Hold on. Cluster bombs being deployed. Knocked out the engine. Oh my god. Very lucky that was not turn at the last second, but the engines are damaged, so they're going to be a hard time moving. Oh shoot, on the right hand side we have a Panther that just got thought it was going to ambush someone, but looks like it got overwhelmed by allied armor. Left hand side we have a Jackson opening fire on the Brumbar, just hanging out in mid. Panther barely escaping with its own life. This is where mines would be good, like Teller mines, so that way it could detonate and kill this thing instantly. I think it would kill it instantly. I want to say Teller mines kill all light vehicles in one hit. Because I know T-34 is like 80% dead. Sternvik strike going on in mid right now, hitting any infantry. There is AA though, so I do expect those to be shot down pretty quick. Almost crashing into the Panzerwerfer. I wonder if the pilot was like waving at the Panzerwerfer crew, and the Panzerwerfer crew is just like looking at him like, what? And it's just right into the building. Brumbar still opening fire. Can actually probably, yep, get a nice shot there. Scout car most likely just providing sight. Again, you can see here they increase the vehicle sight line. So with that, they're able to see very far. So the Brumbar is able to see mid to hit targets. And the Panthers and whatnot can fire longer range because they can see that extra little bit. Panthers can fire pretty far if they actually have like sight. Yep, but no gun, so expect that Panther to die. I was gonna say if it's knocked out, that alright. Jackson was killed. I'm assuming maybe Wolfies? Possibly. I don't see vehicle crew and I thought he made one, so yeah. Kuro currently has a nice Soviet arsenal at his disposal. We have flares going out. Now I'm assuming we might have paratroopers being deployed. Nope. More minefields. Or cluster bombs. Which I guess is a good deterrent to keep the enemy back. They're like, oh god, not these things again. Just walk away. I'm done. I'm not dealing with this. I'm through. Meanwhile, Brumbar's still opening fire, keeping the enemy back. It so far has gotten 16 kills. But that being said, those sniper teams have been doing hell to the enemy. They currently have, what, 49 kills respectively? It's very nice. But here's the thing. Now we have an elephant being deployed. And a lot of that allied armor cannot stand up to this thing. So we'll see how well it does in the long term. If he's a good player, he could easily hold the enemy team back. If he's a bad elephant player, then he's going to do nothing. The allies will just overwhelm him. Also, Dalton, though, also really highly vetted and 50 kills respectively. Holding mid for Ken Werfer, very nice, hitting a nice flank. And the pathfinding on this thing is going to unfortunately lead to death. Artillery's coming in on the left-hand side. Conscript's lying in wait for an ambush. 4-star also done, trying to hold on point. Brumbar could easily open fire. I like how he's using this heavy cover to his advantage so he can hold on to this point. That's actually really smart. Left-hand side has really seen no combat. We have like a stare down going on with not even an MG post over here, which I'm not saying that's a smart thing to put down, but I feel like if you're so worried about them pushing there, you probably want an MG. 60 munitions wouldn't be that bad. I can see why you're not doing it because you're so low, but it's astounding how then it's like, okay, so they're not pushing me over here. Maybe I should go over there. Just saying. Just saying. So it looks like we have Panzerwerfer opening fire. Assuming hitting this. Where the heck? Oh, it hit over here. Tried to kill the heavy mortar. Okay, interesting target. Usually when I think of Panzer Warfare shots, I don't think of hitting artillery. I mean, you can with it, but that's just... I see it more as like a anti-blob or something on those lines. Sternvik strike coming in, just pushing the enemy back. Bulk squads have no choice but to retreat or be torn apart. It looks like even if the allies are not going to push over here, the Axis are like, okay, we'll push. Oh, no, I apologize. Luca did push. AT guns though on standby. Barely missing that last AT gun shot and managed to retreat. Jackson pulling back for the time being. I love that. Well, and the Axis is taking full advantage. Be like, okay, we're going to push. Nice job, Panther. Nice job. Meanwhile, planes are still overhead trying to hit enemy forces. Or wait, no, the barrier's gone, so they just left. Riflemen pushing on up, trying to hold the breach in their lines. See how well they do. Sedan, wow, just annihilate that poor unit. Luckily, they have an AT gun on standby and a Jackson, although half dead. Should be enough to push that thing back. Nice AT grenade. Pins that thing, and that push didn't go as effective as they want it to be. Effectively. Excuse me, sorry. I may die by the end of this replay, but I will bring you this replay. My brother will probably find the body on the floor, but it's fine. It's fine. I already have a will all stationed out. It's pretty much saying that he did it, and yeah, he'll be in jail. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Anyway, Panther pretty much going out and trying to knock out the fuel cache. SU-885 coming on the flank. We have some conscripts. AT grenade being thrown. It should hit it. Very nice. Those heat-seeking AT grenades, man, they go through the smoke. It's insane. Panther needs to try to take out this SU-85. The best chance it has is deflection. Unfortunately, the resident Panzer Grenadiers are back. Another Panther rolling up, but a little late. A little late. Could probably take this out if it was effective enough, but unfortunately just missed that target. I can see what he's trying to do. He's trying to outrun it, but this is where the mine will come in. At least I think it will. Oh, okay, I thought I was going to turn left. Or, yep. Panther coming in to overwhelm the Su-85. Again, using its speed and maneuverability to get around the Su-85's lack thereof. And also the fact it can't turn its turrets. Might help. Unfortunately, Allied forces coming in. Help cover the flank. And holding on. By the way, so far this is the longest I've made it for doing a replay. So, you know, usually my lungs collapse at this point. So, yay, give myself a gold star already. Let's see if I can get all three to make myself the highest ranked player in 2H. We shall see. Brumbar getting a nice shot, but unfortunately hits here. I love the fact that the Sedan's right there. God damn it. I can't even keep a straight face. Although, for some reason, Sedan have this strange model thing where they just stand up. Not sure why. Little glitch in the game. Allied forces, though, trying to make a push, but it looks like Axis should be able to hold this line with the Sedan. Now, 5-star. My god, 32 kills. Should pretty much overwhelm the enemy and just destroy them instantly. Axis still launching assaults on the right. We have some mines going out to try to hold the line. A lot of Panzer Grenadiers. I could see it. Effective against Su-85. Unfortunately, sniper teams could easily pick those guys off. That's the problem with a lot of Grenadier squads and Panzer Grenadiers. They're 4-man squads, so snipers could easily, you know, knock out half the squad. Oh wow, mortar teams. Yeah, they has to retreat. Oh, he's going at the mine? Wait, was there a mine there? Where's the Stuka? Trying to figure out what that Stuka bomb was. But didn't it the ambulance over here or there? And overall, the Allies have way more force than the Axis right now. Except for ASD, who has Elephant, who has yet to even get a shot off at an armored unit. Which is surprising, because you figure you could go down here and literally fire on this thing. It's like, come on, man. Move up the Elephant, take this thing out. Hell, you can get your scout car to do some scouting efforts. You could hit it. Come on. And right now, the artillery is seeing the Panzer headquarters, so you have to worry about that. Because if this thing falls, you're no more Panthers, so Kane is definitely down. That being said, Kane deployed a King, so I don't think he's worried about Panther anytime soon. And if anything, you'll probably get the command tank. So actually, you'll go kill his base. Have fun. Meanwhile, I like the veracity of Luca launching us on the left, keeping the Axis pinned down this lane. Unfortunately, Apro keeps launching these weird assaults on the right. Although this time, it seems to actually be working. Well, until it doesn't. Elephant misses, Panther is off course, and the other Panther just lost attention. Might be able to get a kill. Nope, misses target. S-285 can now use range. He's doing extendo range. It's a nice shot there. You can go hunt that thing down and probably take it out. Nice bounce. Allow that thing to save. And pathfinding for the... What the fuck? Oh, Elephant probably hit it. Yep, it did hit it. Pioneer squads with flamethrowers, still no match to shock troops. And the enemy is being pushed back. Nice job. Overall, the Allies still have control over mid, and right now I see them still holding mid for quite some time. Wow, another squad just standing there. Alright. AT gun kind of facing the wrong way. I would kind of have it facing mid where the giant Tiger tank is. Or Tiger 2. Panzer Grenadiers looks like trying to push. Trying to overwhelm the shock troops. Again, good close range, but unfortunately with the Panzer Shreks, just not as effective. Just honestly not. Panzerwerfer trying to get a nice shot on the AT gun. Knocks it out, very nice. Reducing their recon chances and allows the Allies to gain a small foothold. Now paratroopers moving on in. Not upgraded though. Jackson's still supporting. And with the AT gun, that should push that thing back. At least put enough pressure on it to push it back. Elephant should honestly open fire and push that thing back. We shall see. Come on, Elephant, get a better position. Knock that Jackson out. With these two heavy vehicles, it should easily knock out the Jackson. And yet, the terrain just blocked that shot for the Tiger. Elephant still not getting a final hit, and it's managed to escape. Wow, alright. They have the firepower, it's just not being used correctly. I like Apro, he's like, fuck the right, I'm going left. Oh my god, he literally fucked the right. Oh my god, nice job, Kuro, just placing mines everywhere. Perfect to stop enemy armor and infantry from pushing on in, as he really does have minesweeper, so you can easily do that. Panther on standby. Trying to hold on. Unfortunately, he's smoking, so he's going to try to make an escape. Unfortunately, but he's still able to get sight from all the infantry and everything nearby. Vehicle decrewed. Most likely, the Allies will just simply kill the unit. We'll see. There it goes. Just utterly devastated. And again, that 3-star AT gun. Just a simple AT gun used effectively, able to hold back the enemy. Now, the Sudan might be like, yeah, we're killing that thing. And to be fair, I don't blame them. Right now, the Soviet Air Force is watching the skies over mid, so probably keeping back a majority of the Axis forces. Apro could honestly deploy a King Tiger, but he doesn't have a ton of manpower saved up, nor a ton of fuel, so that could cost them. But right now, they need something major, and that Tiger could be exactly what they need to push back. That Panther on the other end, doing a bit of damage. And they did knock out the 3-star AT gun, so that wasn't a total loss for that push. They actually did manage to push up and do quite a bit of damage. Jackson's on standby, however, pushing him back. Nice shot. Paratroopers being reinforced. And looks like he's going to manage to just get out of there just in the... Oh, nope. Pathfinding's going to screw him. Oh, no. Pack gun open fired. Oh, can the pack gun actually provide some support? Come on. All right, nice. Pack gun was able to knock out one of them. Good job. So 1 Jackson down. How many more? You have like 2 others. Luca has a 3-star Jackson, and Kuro has his Su-85s. Usually not highly vetted, but he has a lot of them, so he has to worry about that. Elephant, I don't even know what the heck it's doing, just going around circles. More mines being deployed. Again, smart move. Su-85s could easily start yep, they are. They're flanking the elephant. That's exactly what I would do. You have the flank. Use it. And right now, you definitely are. I like the mines holding back the infantry as they slowly rush up. Right now, those Panzer Grenadiers, the perfect weapon to take out the Su-85s, are currently being neutralized by the mines. Elephants down to low health. Unfortunately, they did just detonate that poor pioneer, I'm sorry, engineer squad that was putting down the mines. But hey, that gave him time. Oh no, the Su-85 is now decrewed. Oh, that gave him time for the snipers to move up and hold back the remaining infantry. So they could easily reman that. That thing was not even really that highly vetted, so they're not losing all that much. Nice shot. At least the elephant finally managed to take out a Jackson and hold him back. Nice MG holding the side. Cluster bomb knocks out the Vercan Warfare. Pack gun's still alive though. More Cervic strikes coming in, trying to hit the Bolsonaro, that elite infantry. And looks like the Axis, even though they captured Mint, just have nothing to hold it. Oh my god. I guess suicide bombing planes might be left to hold it? Sure, why not? And that sniper's so close to dying. Oh my god, they are trying to kill it so much. You have the... Yeah, you have the medic. So those sniper too. Oh no, he did kill the sniper. Damn it. Not hanging any of the mines. Panther's just trying to get the heck out of there. Su-85 been like, okay, we're gonna pull back. Trying to see if it's over there, but no, it already escaped. Paratroopers grabbing mid. And the Allies, once again, just keep putting on the pressure for the Axis. And right now, the Axis, except for ASD, who has a full army, I think are still low. Relatively speaking, they're low. But it looks like the Allies actually have a smaller army now. They may be taking a few more licks than I thought. Yep. But that being said, it's not like they're down and out. They still have all the munitions under their control. Apro is kind of really not giving... Oh, man, that was a bad overextension, Kuro. Kuro, that was a bad overextension. Though you have more than enough manpower munitions to kind of reinforce the line. AT grenade, which would limit the mobility, which allowed the... Oh, nope. Not enough damage to it. And here come the Panzer Grenadiers. Oh, yep, it's dead. It's a goner. Elephant now is going to try to get a sight. Stop moving, Elephant. There we go. It's a nice hit. And they knocked out a Panther. Now, Kuro needs to bring up his army and reinforce it if it wants to stand have a chance. I do find it interesting that they only have one artillery. Like, they're not really doubling down the artillery, which is actually quite nice to see. You figure because they have all the artillery doctrines, they would kind of counter that, but they realized the Suka bomb would be a counter, so they're not putting down any howitzers and or a lot of priests. They're just trying to beat the enemy back with just basic stuff, and they're just special call-ins, like the time on target or something. Not a bad idea. They could also use the cluster bomb, pin it, and then use time on target to do a lot more damage. That's also a nice combo you can use. Again, I always think of like combo abilities you can use. Maybe that's just my Overwatch brain going on. But at least it would hold back the enemy. And do something awesome to kind of be like, yeah, we can do something. And at least it would do more damage than a single one. It's kind of like the flares mixed in with the Zerg artillery. Like that kind of combo. Like, it's like Pharmacy, essentially. Farah and a Mercy character, if you don't know. And, oh my god. I was like, that thing was just moving through the environment and just constantly going. My favorite is like, was it the glitching tank that kind of like embeds itself into an actual tank, so you just see this weird dead carcass moving through the line. You're like, what the heck is that? Or, oh, I'm sorry, or a person just like stuck on a tank and there's just like a dead body moving on through. It's like, okay, that's weird. Mine being detonated by a couple men, but doesn't look like it's going to stop them. Armor pushing on up finally, and actually doing some major damage. Knocked out the mortar carriage. Wolfie losing a lot of its armor, his armor, I should say. Priest moving on up. Yeah, that I think was a misclick, absolutely. Elephant almost killing in one hit, but AT gun on standby, slowly keeping that thing back. Paratroopers reinforcing, because again, it's right near this point, so they can keep calling in additional infantry. And they have the LMGs, so they can kind of keep going toe-to-toe. Oh god, there's another plane. Oh god, there's another plane on top of that other plane. That's the first time I see a double collision in one area. One area on top of each other, I should say. Like, literally back to back. Usually they spread themselves out with the bombings, but no, this time the bombing run's just on the same spot. Allies, meanwhile, still trying to hold. They are losing a lot of men. But at least they still have a ton of munitions to keep using, so they can keep calling in the airstrikes and whatnot. Which is definitely slowing down the Axis. And again, the Allied player did a good job of knocking out the fuel caches over here and the munition caches, so that would also reduce the amount of supplies the Axis are getting. Apro, I'll give you a lot of restraint for not calling in the Tigers, because I feel like a lot of people would have called this sucker in by now. And it's not like you don't have a full army. So, nice job with at least like keeping your men there. And it looks like you have more than enough manpower saved up. So, except for you kind of blobbing and not really adapting to the mine strategy, you're doing pretty good. I could say the same thing about Luca for his AT guns and his paratroopers and whatnot. He's doing actually pretty damn good, well with his front. Actually, I like how he just keeps the Axis on their toes by keeping them mobile and hitting multiple fronts. Kuro, you're doing pretty good. Your Su-85 gameplay could be better, but you're still at least knocking out the Panthers effectively, so there's that. Like, you're both equally losing Su-85s and Panthers respectively, so I can't say, oh, you're doing terrible. You're not. You're at least getting kills. I'd rather go 1 for 1 than 1 and 2, or 1 and 3, or 1 and 4, where it's like, oh, I just lost 4 Su-85s. Hey, at least they got 1 Panther. AT gun trying to get hits, but unfortunately just not able to pen. Again, that's why you use the Sabao rounds. Or sorry, it's a Sabat. No, Sabao. It's Sabao. God damn it. Jackson opening fire as well. Now, if it activates armor-piercing heat rounds, that would be interesting. We have time on... I'm assuming time... Nope. Sorry, we have the mine cluster bombs going out. Stop them from capturing this point. Not a bad idea. Because that thing would have annihilated any infantry there. Infantry attack force moving on up. This is where the Allies need something to combat these blobs. Okay, deploy a Panzerwerfer. Nice. That would be... That could be pretty good against blobs. My idea would be something like a Katusha, which Kuro does have, and he could use, but unfortunately he has another, oh, I don't know, 16, 15 seconds before he can use it. So, yeah. It's going to be a while. It's going to be a while. Nice hit on the side. Managed to knock out that, or like do some decent damage to the Panther. Right now, Axis doing a damn good job with their push. Nice job taking Browning, but you are so grouped up right now. I could easily see a grenade doing a ton of damage to you. Now let's see what happens. Right now we still have the blob there. Rifleman throwing the grenade. The grenade goes in the middle of the pocket. And oh my god, there goes most of the men. Nice. I think it was an Su-76. Oh no, priest fire. Close range priest fire. And yeah, most of the men died. That was a great rifleman grenade. Fantastic. It's a lot of damage and actually helped you guys hold back that blob, which really would have done a lot. We have a Stormvik strike, I assume, coming in. No, what is that? Did you call in the... Did you... Yeah, you used fake flares. And he retreated. That's awesome. He thought it was a Stormvik strike or something. That's great. Again... That freaking reverse psychology doing wonders for you. Panther barely alive, 3-star. Barely manages to get out there alive. Rumbar also barely alive. Elephant knocked out. Oh boy. Oh wait, is that an elephant? Yeah, it's an elephant. I was like, for the smoke, I'm like, wait a second. But no, yeah, that's definitely the elephant. Hansworth calling out the artillery. Not doing all that much. King Tiger desperately trying to hold mid. But unfortunately, big allied push coming through right as the Axis have nothing to stop it. Hansworth also knocked out. Oh my god, this could be devastating for the Axis. This is going to cripple the Axis. For Hansworth trying to help out, but alas, it's only one thing. New elephant coming in along with a Tiger Ace. Now he's mad. You know he's mad when he deploys this thing because he hasn't deployed it all game. He's like, okay, I'm done. Elephant coming in, and Tiger Ace should get the kill. Or Hansworth. Nope, Tiger Ace got the kill. Now he's mad. Now he's really damn mad. And Kuro, once again, you could probably deploy a little bit more armor, but at least you got some penal troops with PTRS rifles, so I'm assuming that's your attempt to try to counteract this Tiger Ace. Tiger Ace going off willy-nilly, and I feel like this is a bad idea. I feel like, okay, what you want to do is, like, you want to push the enemy line, stuff like that, but you know this guy plays mines, so most likely he's going to have something to stop your Tiger. And there it goes. There's your thing to stop the Tiger. He's going to throw a satchel charge to cripple it. And now I assume they're going to move up all their armor to kill it. Now this could be a good opportunity for the elephant to pick off forces, just like that half-track. But I don't think it's going to be the case. I feel like... oh, nope. Panzer Grenadiers coming on in. Are you going to run them all over? Nope. Managed to kill the Jackson on the flank. And the men go flying and land all right behind the Tiger as it gets run over. Damn it. Well, that was a nice flyby, I'll say that. Looks like we have paratroopers landing, I would assume. No, I'm sorry, it's a cluster bomb. It's a cluster bomb. Which is weird he dropped it there when he's trying to capture the point. He's finally burned through a lot of that munitions, keep calling that in. Right now I think Wolfie needs to call in some time on target because he has plenty of that. Brumbar opening fire, knocking out the AT gun. Shock troops good against infantry, not so much against armor. So yeah, that Panther is just going to keep doing wonders. 14 kills, 3 vehicles, 1 building. Alright, not bad. Allied forces though pushing out, trying to capture that territory. And it's close. It's very, very close in this game. Meanwhile, the Tiger Ace is being quickly repaired because they realize, oh shit, that thing did a lot. Get it back up to the field now. Meanwhile, the Allies, 3240. They only have an army of the mid-40s, while the Axis have an army of like, oh god. They have a larger army, by far. Is this, but there's not much time left. Something has got to give. But right now, I just see a lot of Allies losing, more so than Axis. Time on target coming down, maybe? Nope, not time on target. It's a fake. Yeah, it's definitely a fake call-in. Nice shot with the Verkedmer for knocking out another Jackson. Allies losing a lot of men in this push. Axis doing a fantastic job at counterattack. And again, I like the infantry armor combo. They're actually doing it effectively. Axis and the Allies are just kind of throwing units. And yeah, don't be wrong. The Tiger Ace is going off half-cocked, and he's been very lucky his infantry is there to reinforce and support him. But we'll see how long that lasts. I don't see any mines over here, so he's lucky right now. And looks like Tiger Ace is going to clear the MG, so they're going to capture these points. At least I would. Dude, I know you're trying to heal, but maybe you just send one of those up. Okay, here comes the infantry. Because I would grab that side, like, right now. Try to take it. Meanwhile, Obel Sedan are continuing to hold off the paratroopers. We still have a King Tiger right there, but they're being paratroopers being reinforced by all the beacons. Very nice job, by the way. Minesweepers. Finally, you got some minesweepers. AT gun, though, still on standby. We're seeing how good Luke is with the AT gun. Let's see if we can keep using it effectively. Starvik strike on right, and infantry trying to move up. S-285 desperately trying to fight the Panther, but alas, just not going to work. Starvik strike keeping the infantry down and going around. Tiger Ace, where the heck is it? Oh, it's being healed. Okay. Nice kill. Oh, shoot, you got close. Will they activate the staff? Nope, they don't have the munitions. Oh, so many good moves. 3-star Panther. nice job showing, not backing up and well, sorry, not turning around to run, backing up so that you can only show them in front armor and not anything else. Again, smart move, so you have a higher chance to bounce off those shells. Tiger holding him back. Allied forces pretty freaking low. And the King keeps just managing to push on through and just do a lot. Survey strike, very close knocking out the... Oh, nope. Penal troops definitely knocked it out. And now it's just up to the Axis. What are they going to do? Can they continue this trek? Because they've done a fantastic job of just keep knocking out Allied armor left and right and keeping their main stuff alive. And that was a good timing on the Tiger Ace, because not only does he have enough fuel to keep reinforcing, he has enough manpower to keep his men alive, though he did, I think, lose one Grenadier squad, so that is something that'll take him some time to get back up. Tiger Ace coming around, probably going to one-shot that Su-85. Allied forces desperately trying to take mid. Brumbar just pushing him back. AT gun though on standby. I don't know how the Allies are going to come back from this. Axis forces took right. Damn. Paratroopers coming in, but just being obliterated and forced to retreat. And yeah, they have a lot of AT gun stationed so maybe use those. But a lot of that infantry, it's almost so done right now that are just annihilating them. They need something like that. Things are not looking good. It was a hard-fought battle if this is how it ends, but this is definitely not how I thought it was going to go. Which is even, which is why I'm glad I went over this. Oh my god, yeah, this was definitely a misclick. Because instantly move up, instantly fall back. It's like, oh shit. And there goes the priest. I hate artillery misclicks, and he just charged the front. Oh, this could be their one gleaming moment. Knock out something. Well, the Axis are fortifying with bunkers. It's not looking all that good. They're trying to push over here, but just there's not much you can really do. You need another star. You need to hold it for way more time than is allowed. Panthers coming in on the flank. Su-85 knocked out. Yeah. Just not... Wow. Yeah, just don't have anything to hold the front. I feel like this right-hand side, maybe a few more mines and maybe a T-34, and you can say Greyshot's not as good as Su-85. But the Panther just kept running circles around the Su-85. He needs something to counteract that. So, in my opinion, I think, yeah, something along those lines would have been way better. Just to help hold back that armor. Just to help. Infantry forces currently just holding back the shock troops. Way higher veterancy and can do better long range. Shock troops I don't think are going to win this fight. They need to hold mid. I think this is game for the Allies. And they had this in the bag. That look, Wolfie also a ton of manpower it could be using right now. For like MGs or something. Not a lot of fuel, but yeah. Also, I'm noticing a lot of fuel points have been knocked out, so that cannot be helping. Su-85 going in by itself, and once again, the Panther just runs circles around it. Oh, Obosodan just wrecking shot. I want to know how many kills it. Holy crap, 65 kills, 75. Freaking Obosodan just wrecking house. At this point, those Obosodan have nothing to fear because they're just dominating everything on the battlefield. These things have killed, like, probably close to 150 units. That's insane for this game. Insane. Ambulance being pulled back. Panther going off. Yeah, this game's done. And definitely did not end as, like, I would expected it. That was a great German counterattack. They just had the infantry and everything to counter. Fantastic game. Alright, so let's double check here. Overall, Allies currently 81,000 damage off of Kuro. Holy crap. And I thought you were doing the worst with armor, but no, your Su-85s we're doing great. I just think you need to keep them alive. That was my problem. That's my, big issue with your guys. Because you lost 10 of those suckers. A T-34 to, like, hit the Panther to knock out its treads or something like that, just so it stopped running around you. That's what you needed. And also, you could easily run over that giant blob with, like, a T-34. That could have definitely helped. You did get most kills as well. Wolfie just not... I mean, he had a lot of men and a lot of variety, but just jack of all trades, just not doing all that. Kane was the weakest person. I could see that. He was definitely weakest in damage, but he had the most kills. Let me double check Kane's Obosodaden, because that's the thing that really pushed him over the edge. 160 kills. He never lost an Obosodaden. Holy God. That is insane. That's a damn powerful unit. And then ASD got most damage, most likely, once again, is Elephant. And Apro doing, again, kind of a middle tier, but once again, nice job with your Tiger Ace gameplay, because I think it's still alive, right? I want to say it's still alive. Yeah, it's still alive, and you deploy that at the right moment. You have more than enough manpower and fuel that you could constantly get more Panthers with. So even with the Tiger Ace as a huge bonus, you weren't detrimented by it. It greatly benefited your forces because you did it at the right time. So nice job in that regard. But in any case, that is game, guys. I want to thank you for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. I also want to thank my Patreon supporters like Ace, like Sean, like Tim, Leo, Nick, Sejones, and Joey. And I want to say Nick as well. Thank you guys so much for your awesome support. You all rock. But in any case, guys, make sure you send those replays, and I'll see you all next time. Before this video ends, I want to give a special shout out to my Patreon supporters like Ace, Leo, Tim, Sean, Sejones, and Nick. Thank you guys so much for your awesome support, and I'll see you next time, guys.